forum. You just join the forum, you just mute your mic. Once you mute your mic, you can only enable it when you want to contribute or ask a question, or when I decide to communicate with you directly. So, to move on to the orientation as regards the Netacad profile, which is what we are going to do today. Tomorrow, hopefully, we are going to start the class proper. So, to go with the Netacad profile, I am going to take you to the website that you need to know. So, let me share my screen. Now, currently this is my Internet Explorer. So if you want to go to the class, the first thing you do is you type the website link, which is netacad.com. Now, this is the website link you will need in order to be able to log into all your CISCO activity. So whether you are using an iPad, whether you are using an iPhone, or whether you are using whatever it is that you're using, you will need to use this link in order to log in. So this is the website. So for you to move forward, I will just go to log. I'll go to login. Once you click login, it will give you the platform where you can log in. You just click login. Once you click login, it's going to take you to where you're going to type the email address that you used during this particular registration. The email address you used, that is what you are going to now, that's where it's going to use my email address. Once I use my email address to log in, you can use your email address or your username to log in. So I have logged in already in a different platform. So let me go to the platform that I have logged in. You're going to see one of these courses. This is the course you're going to see. In this case, this is the course you see, Introduction to Cybersecurity. Now, if you register for Internet of Things, you will see Introduction to Internet of Things. So the number of courses that you register to see, you're going to see the name of the course here, and then the name of the class. This is the name of the class at the top here. Okay, this is the name of the class at the top here. So as a student, once you see this, the best thing you can do is just you click launch course. So for my introduction to cybersecurity, once I click launch course, the course is going to, for me to carry out these activities. Now, this is the environment that I have. Now, in this environment, I want to believe you can all see my screen. Before I go on, you can see my screen, you can chat me up, you can see my screen. Let me show you how to navigate through this particular environment. Here is the home. The home is this environment that you can see. And in the environment, you can launch the course. Launching the course has to do with seeing the lecture notes, the materials, the multimedia activities, and everything that has to do with the course. Now, Student Resource is also a platform where if there is any material that you will need to do this course very well, you will find the materials there. So any resource you need, I am going to be putting it in Student Resource. So once you click the Student Resource, you should be able to find any materials that you need. Here, the next one that you are going to see is called the modules. Now, in the modules, you are going to have everything that has to do with the course. Now, this is the first time in your course, this is what you are going to click. So, if you click first time in this course, what you are expected to see is just a welcome message, like what we have here, that says, welcome to Introduction to Cybersecurity course. This course is designed to explore cybersecurity as a potential specialization in an IT career. These course materials will assist you in developing the skills necessary to do the following. One, understand the importance of safe online behaviors. For most of us that browse the internet, that go on social media, that do so many other things, this will help us. The second point is to describe the different types of malware and attacks. We have different malwares. Some of them are called viruses, some of them are called trojans, some of them are called different names, worms and things like that. So we are going to describe all these malwares and how they can affect you negatively, and then how you can actually protect yourself. So we're going to describe the protection strategies used or organizations against these attacks. So this is just like to give you an overview. So you are going to do some small tutorial. You just click what is here, and then it will just take you through the tutorial that you have. So it will tell you to launch the course and then for the tutorial. So basically, for the first time you join the course, this is what you're going to see. Then once you're done with whatever you're doing here, you just click next. Once you click next, it's going to take you to student resource. Now, student resource, like we said, is going to give you anything that you need. So as far as this course is concerned, the only resource you will need for now is called Packet Tracer. Packet Tracer is an application that you might need to use either on your phone or on your system. But for now, I will tell you when to download it to use it. But as we begin the course, you don't need it at the moment. But when the time comes that you will need it, I will let you know. So all this other information is what you're going to see under student resource. Then the next thing, once you click next, is going to take you to chapter 1, the need for cybersecurity. But we're not going into chapter 1 now. We're going back to the modules so that we will see. So you see, the moment I click first time in this course, after going through it, if I click next, it's going to take me to student resource. Once I'm done with student resource, if I click next, it's going to bring me to what? Chapter 1. So in chapter 1, we're going to see the need for cybersecurity. So we will have the course materials, and after the course materials for chapter 1, after we take chapter 1, then we're going to take a quiz. It's a very short quiz, and then it's just to juggle our memory as regards what we have done. And once we are done with the quiz, then we go to chapter 2. Once we go to chapter 2, the attacks, concepts, and techniques. So once we launch the course, we do the activities in the course. Once we are done, then we do the quiz. We do the quiz for the particular chapter. Once we are done, we go to chapter 3. It's called protecting your data and privacy. And this has a lot to do with social media. A lot of us have no idea the risk that we place ourselves as we go out on the social media. And so, we are going to now do this. Now, after that, you now do the quiz. Then, chapter 4, protecting the organization. Now, for those of you who work in organizations, how do we protect your organization from cyber threats? So we're going to do that course. After that, you do the quiz. So you see, in every chapter, you're going to do a quiz, except chapter 5. Except chapter 5. Chapter 1 to 4, after each one, you intend to do a quiz. Now, once you are done with chapters 1 to 5, then there are 2 things that you need to do. First is called the final exam. But before you do the final exam, you will need to do what we call end of course feedback. End of course feedback. Now, end of course feedback is just for you to give a survey. We just want to take your view as regards the course. All right. So after that, then you will do a final exam. And we said that prerequisite for this final exam, chapter 1 You need to do chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, and chapter 5. You need to complete chapter 1 to 5 before you can do this particular exam. Once you do the exam and you pass, the pass mark, I am going to communicate to you the pass mark. But usually our pass mark is 70. Everything is going to be over 100. So your pass mark is 70. Once you have 70, then you have pass mark. Then after which we can now tell you how to get your certificate. And if you want to proceed further for other cybersecurity courses, then you can communicate us. Then we will now enroll you in other advanced layer or advanced level in this particular cybersecurity. But this is just for the introduction. Now, after module, the next menu is the discussion menu. The discussion menu is the environment where you as the student can engage in discussion with yourself, with your other students, or with the course instructor. So as you engage in the discussion, this is where you are going to do. So you can just click all and then you see the topic that can be put in for discussion. For instance, I can start a discussion by clicking this plus, and the topic is, I could say, remote let's say introduction to Netacad platform. All right, so I can just do this out and I can start my discussion by saying welcome to the CISCO, let's say just CISCO Netacad orientation platform. Feel free to discuss any issue as regards this topic. Now, once I do this, I can add a file, I can add images. If I so wish, I can do a lot of things, and then I can attach a particular file and things like that. I have options either to reply or as regards grade. I can say this is a group discussion, and then I can set a group. I can say let me just remote class. Okay, so I can say allow self sign-in, allow members to sign into this group. I can create a lot of things as regards this particular group. Once I'm done, I can say save and publish. All right, sorry. Let me just remote class. Allow self sign-in. Require group members to be in the same section. Not really. While limited to the number of people, let me just leave it. And then automatically assign a group leader. No. Let me just say save. So once I say save and then I publish, you in your profile, you should be able to see this discussion. And as you see this discussion, you can respond to it, and people can, those of you who have challenges can post your challenges, and others who have resolved those challenges can actually rectify. That is discussion. The next aspect that you need to know is the gradebook. Since this is an online course, you need to know your gradebook. And so this is how your gradebook looks. I am an instructor, so I can see all the users, all the students that have been enrolled in this class, and probably you will see your name because you have been enrolled. But you as a student, once you click gradebook, you will only see this element. You will see the score you've gotten for your final exam, the score for your end of course feedback, then your assignments, and whether you have completed the course or not. You're going to see it here. Now, this structure that I'm showing you is not only limited for cybersecurity. It's for all CISCO programs that you might wish to register in the nearest future. So this is great. So assignments. If I give you any assignments, this is where you're going to find them. I can decide to give you an assignment and then I will give the assignment some grades. All right. But for now, by default, the assignments that you have is your final exam and your end of course feedback. All right. So you need both of this in order to complete the particular course. Now, the next thing is quizzes. Remember, I said earlier that you have quizzes in each of these particular modules. So, chapter 1, the ethics, you can have quiz there. Then you have 10 points there. Then chapter 1, you have 20 points for 10 questions. Chapter 2, you have 16 points. You have 16 points for 8 questions. Chapter 3, you have 24 points for 12 questions. Chapter 4, you have 16 points for 8 questions. So we strongly advise that you do these quizzes. The quizzes, you can do them as multiple times as possible, as many times as possible, because they will actually prepare you for the final exam. So even you do the quiz, you did not get it right, you can go back and redo it again, and then you can continue until you actually understand it very well. The next point you need to understand is collaboration. Now, the Netacad platform has a collaborative platform with other tools like Google Docs. For those of you who have Gmail, you have Google Docs, and we can have other collaborative tools, Microsoft or Google and things like that. So if there is any resource or Dropbox or any cloud material, if there's any resource that I want to collaborate with, I will use this platform and then I will tell you to go to collaboration. But for now, as regards this course, you might not need it. Now, under announcements, now if there is any announcement that I want to post to you, I am going to do it here. And once I come here, I can just click announcement. And the first announcement I am going to put is, I would say, commencement of regular classes. Okay, so I will say the first announcement I want to give you is University of Jos CISCO remote class will officially commence tomorrow. Tomorrow's date is 14th of April 2020 by 10 a.m. or let's say 9 a.m. Let's work with 9 a.m. 9 a.m. So you will be sent a meeting ID. Right? So good luck. Good luck. So we'll say class instructor. Good. So you see, I have just posted this announcement, and if I want to delay the posting, I can delay it. But if I want to allow you people to comment, I will say comment. You guys must post before seeing replies. Well, enable podcast and all these things, so I can say save. Once I say save, all of you are going to see this announcement the moment you log in to your Netacad platform. The moment you log into your Netacad platform. So the next item is files. Now, this particular profile that you have currently is an entire system. It's like a computer. And the files is where you can store your folders, but it's basically as regards this particular course. So if I want to give you guys some materials, I can just come to files and I'll upload the file here. And then you can go to your file and download any of this material. All right. So that is just the idea of the files. Then Syllables actually tells you what you need to know about the course itself. And then outcome would actually, it's like setting out the outcome. The instructor can set out the outcome as regards what I expect from the particular course. Then pages has to do with all the content, the pages that you, the students, are going to be seeing. So I can put in more pages, I can put in referral links, I can put in other website materials or other pages you can see there. Then people has to do with both the instructors for this course and the students for this course. So you see all the students for this course, you will find them here. All right. So if I want to see the teachers, we have 4 instructors in this course. And the instructors are myself, Mr. Dapel, then Mr. Gideon Oki, then Mr. Cheng Paul, then Mr. Wilson Ishaku. So we are the 4 instructors for this course, and we have grouped ourselves into different groups. So you are listening to me because you fall under my group. So if I want to see all students, we have so far enrolled 432 students out of the 500 that registered, 500 plus that registered. The others were not qualified. So basically that is it. Then so this is about the environment that you have. Now you can come to your own account. If you want to check your own account, this is your own account. For instance, you go to Netacad. If you want to, for instance, change your name, the name that you have, you want to put in the name that you want to be seen. So you can just come to Netacad and come to my profile. Go to my profile. Then in my profile, you are going to now see where your name is. You can change your email. If the email you are using is not the email that you want to be using, you can change your email here. You are also going to see your networking ID. Now, this ID is unique. You are the only one that have this ID in the entire world as far as CISCO training classes is concerned. And so anywhere you go, anytime you are taking any course, that is why this profile is very important. This same ID is going to be used to track your certificates, your transcripts, and every other activities. Now, you are going to find, if you have any awards, international awards, you're going to see the awards here. For instance, in my profile, this is, I am the CISCO, I have an award for CISCO Instructor Excellence Expert Award for 2018. I was also given an award for 5 years of service. I was also given an award for 10 years of service. So any award you get, you're going to be getting it here. You can also change your password, and then if you want to change your name, you can change your name and your profile here. And once you do all this, then any information that we are going to see, you are going to get the correct details. Now, certificates and letters. You're going to get certificates. If you have any other certificates, you're going to. These are the certificates that I have gotten as regards my training. The classes that I have taken. These are the certificates. I have certificates on CISCO Cyber Security Operations. I have certificate on CISCO Cyber Security Ops. I have certificate on CCNA Cyber Security. I have certificate on CCENT, IT Essentials, CCNA Routing and Switching, and so on and so forth. So discount vouchers. Now, once you do trainings on CISCO and you want to go on the professional level, you want to have an international certification, CISCO will give you a discount, and the discount is going to be in percentage. For instance, I was given 70% discount for my CCNA security instructors examination. I was given another 80% discount for CCNA security for instructor trainers. I was given 70% discount for CCNA Cybersecurity Fundamentals Instructor. I was given another 80% for CCNA for Instructor Trainer exam. I was given another 58% for CCNA Security for Students. I was given 61% for this, and then 70. So each time you are giving a discount voucher, you can use the discount voucher to be able to write your international examination. Now, this is your subscription center. If you don't want to be receiving newsletters, then you uncheck it. All these things, you just check it. If you don't want, then you go through it. So, in essence, basically, this is how to navigate through your profile. You can always have information under this bell here. So you see under this bell, I can click here. It will tell me about news and events. Cisco usually sends you news and events of other trainings, other materials, and things like that. And so they are saying that you can learn online with Linux. Linux is another training. So all these adverts, you can, once Cisco sends any information, you can see them on this information where it is belt. And then here, you can, where you need support, you can contact Cisco, you can contact us, you can contact anywhere you need support. You just click here and select where you want to get support. So, in a nutshell, this is the Cisco Netacad profile orientation that we just had. I wouldn't know if you have a question. Just put on the chat forum. Please mute your mic. For my next class, I'm going to be muting your mic centrally. But for today, you can just mute your mic. If you have any question, you can send it to the chat, the chat, to the chat group. So I'll wait for any question. I'll be here for maybe the next 5 minutes. For any question, just type it in the chat group so that I can respond. Now, before I go, before we finish, we intend to record this session, and then we will create a YouTube channel and be sending you the link. Like this particular class, we will create a YouTube channel, then send you the link where you can, if you wish to download and replay this particular session, you can replay. So this is time for questions.
Okay, in ce kusa da fuli. Na gode.
Okay, I have a question from Solomon Rogan. He says, thank you for the beautiful research. All is clear, no questions. Okay. For Mark Dawam says, I have completed my IT essentials with a different instructor in my Netacad account, and he has not marked me completed to get my certification. So for Mark, my advice is you contact the instructor so that he can mark you as complete. Douglas Akese said, are we entitled to a voucher for this course? The voucher is a reward, and the reward is based on performance. So I cannot say you are entitled. I'm only saying that depending on your performance and your activities, once you are being we can just nominate you for a voucher. But once the statistics or the record shows you are doing well, you would be rewarded with a voucher immediately. Thank you, Douglas. Okay. Uh, Feyi says, thank you for the lecture, sir. Please, can we have PDF of the lecture? As it is, we don't want to encourage PDF. We want to encourage online activity, online participation. All right. But if there's need for PDF, we will let you know. Okay. Faith India says the presentation was very interesting. Thank you. Pomak Dawam said thank you. Thank you too. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, want to thank you very much for participating in today's class. All right, thank you so much for participating in today's class. Um, I forward to having an engagement with you tomorrow by 9. If the time is going to change, I'm going to send it on the WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group that was created, I want to encourage you to only use it to discuss related things as regards this program. We would not encourage anybody to use it for any other ulterior motive. And if you are doing that, we might have no choice but just to exit you from the group. Okay, I have a message from okay, La Gala. It says I just logged in and I chose entrepreneurship, but I can't see it among the courses. Okay, entrepreneurship. You will once we get to entrepreneurship, I will let you know. But before I finish, please learn to use your names when you log into a WebEx session. Do not use coded names or uh, nicknames. In the WebEx sessions and in your WhatsApp group, please try to use your full name. Philemon Samuel says, what happened if I miss a particular lecture, sir? Okay. If you miss a particular lecture, like we said, we will make an attempt to create a social a YouTube channel where we will dump for each class we have, we will put the recordings there, and we'll be sharing the recordings. And if that is successful, you will be able to have that particular class. Um, so I think this is the much we can take for today. Thank you very much for participating in the class. Have a lovely day ahead.